Hello and welcome to the WBDC Florida's tutorial featuring the Small Business Administration Certification Programs. I'm Nancy Allen, President and CEO of the Women's Business Development Council of Florida. Today we are very happy to have Althea Harris from the Small Business Administration with us. She will give us information about the SBA and how you can use their services, most of which are free, to develop your business. Welcome, Althea.
Thank you, Nancy.
Today's topic is the certification programs of the SBA. Could you start by telling us what certification means, and is it something that every business should do?
What certification means is that someone, a third party, has taken a look at your business and determined that you are who you say you are. So certification may be simply just that you're a small business. Certification may include that you're a woman-owned business, that your business is minority-owned or veteran-owned, or that your business is located in an historically underutilized business zone. So certification is simply a verification, as I said, that you are who you say you are. And should every business get certified? Well, that depends. I always say that certification only matters to the people it matters to. So rather than going around collecting certifications, I always advise my small business customers to determine who their customer is and does their customer require certification. If so, the next step is to find out which certifications their customer will accept. Because the other important thing to know about certification is that there is no such thing as universal certification. Every municipality, county, state, everybody's asking to verify who you are, but not all organizations accept every certification. So again, it's important to know what your customer wants. So for example, if you want to do business with the local school board, you would find out from that school board what certifications they require, if any. In the case of Miami-Dade County here in Florida, they have their own certification program. But they also do accept certifications from other reputable certifiers like the SBA. So that can make the process easier if you're certified by the SBA to get certified with the school board. So it's really important to find out what your customer wants and get that, because certification is not typically free. And even if there's no cost, like with some of SBA's certification programs, there's always a cost in terms of time. So because there is that element of time involved and often a fee when you talk about third-party certifiers, it's really important to hone in and be strategic about the certifications that you collect for your business.
Great. So what are some of the certification programs of the Small Business Administration?
The SBA has three. The HUBZone program, which is the Historically Underutilized Business Zone certification, the 8A program, and the Women-Owned Small Business program. So those are our three certifications. And you'll notice that I didn't say anything about small business certification. And that's because by SBA's standard, over 99% of all businesses in America are small. So we don't certify that businesses are small. They can essentially self-certify that. But with the Historically Underutilized Business Zone program, that is a place-based certification. So your listeners would have to determine first if they are located in a hub zone, and they can use our interactive map on our website, www.sba.gov, to determine whether or not their business is currently located in a hub zone. Now, the one tricky thing about the HUBZone program is that the hub zones themselves can move. So it's important to make sure that you check to see if you're still in a hub zone from year to year. Now, not only must your business be located in a hub zone, but you also must have employees who live in a HUBZone. It's not necessary for them to be residents of the same HUBZone, but they must be residents of a HUBZone. So that gets very complicated and tricky in terms of how do we determine whether you have enough employees to constitute being in a HUBZone. And this is where the district office staff of the U.S. Small Business Administration can be very helpful. So feel free to reach out to the district office nearest you and work with someone there in the business development division to help you understand this calculus, because it is tricky. The other tremendous certification that we have is called the 8A certification. This certification is highly regulated by the federal government, and it is a very, very valuable certification. It is worth a lot of money. And because it's worth a lot of money, I caution your listeners to make sure that if they attempt to get this certification and are successful, unscrupulous people may reach out to them and ask to be a partner with the 8A firm and then take over the job, and the 8A firm never does anything. So you want to be very careful about that. Or they sometimes offer to do the work, and the 8A firm has to do nothing, and the bigger firm just gives the smaller firm the money. And let me just say that that is fraud against the United States government, and that is not somewhere you want to be. So, again, it's a very valuable tool, so you want to be very careful about it. But it's also a finite tool. The 8A Business Development Program is a 9-year incubator program that insulates a small business from the 800-pound gorillas in the marketplace who can always beat small business on price. It insulates them together in a group where they compete against other small 8A firms, where price doesn't necessarily have to be the deciding factor. The 8A program is a valuable program because it also allows the holder of that certification to compete for set-aside contracts as well as be recipients of sole source contracts. That means there's no competition whatsoever for the contract. The vast bulk of government contractors are not eligible for sole source. So the 8A program certification is very valuable in that sense as well. And then thirdly, what should be very exciting to your listeners is SBA now has the Women-Owned Small Business Contracting Program, which focuses on women business owners and allowing them access in an isolated competitive grouping of women only on federal contracts, but in only 83 industries. So the SBA has found out that there are 83 industries in which women are underrepresented in government contracting. And in order to level that playing field in those 83 industry classification codes, women can compete against only other small women-owned firms for contracts in industries like manufacturing, construction, engineering, architecture, but also in filmmaking, logistics, PR, legal services. So there are lots of opportunities in those 83 industry codes for women to participate in federal contracting, again, isolated from all other competitors, and they themselves just compete against each other for the contract. So it's another valuable tool that women business owners can use to grow their businesses by getting a portion of the $500 billion annual federal marketplace. The United States government is the single largest buyer of goods and services worldwide every single year.
Access to the WOSB program is available through the WBDC Florida. Call our office and we'll give you more information about that.
And that's important because there are only 4 organizations nationally that can certify women businesses for this program. So, kudos to the Women's Business Enterprise National Council for making the cut. You are a valuable resource here for sure in the state of Florida for women business owners who want to get certified in this program, because it's essential that you are certified to be in the program, but also because of all the value-added programming that you do for women business owners who do get into this program.
Great. So regarding the HUBZone, do I go on to your website and can I find where they're located?
Yes, absolutely. If you go to sba.gov/HUBZone, you can find out, first of all, everything you need to know about the HUBZone program. The application process is articulated there, and how to apply online. The link to apply online is also right at that landing page.
Mm-hmm. And I noted that you said that there's an interactive map on the website, and that the business itself must be located in a HUBZone, and that employees must also live in a HUBZone, not necessarily the same one.
That's right. And remember I said it's a very complicated calculus because 35% of the employees must live in a HUBZone. And there's an online calculator to help you determine whether or not you meet the criteria.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so are there special programs like special access to capital programs, special training programs?
Yes, there are. Right now, the SBA has a contractor offering specialized training to government contractors who would be women-owned small business certified, 8A certified, and HUBZone certified. It's called the 7J training, and you can find out about that 7J training on our website as well.
Perfect. Okay, so about the 8A program, you mentioned that it's a 9-year incubator program.
Yes.
Now, are there revenue caps? So say I enter the program and my revenue for my business is at, $500,000. So over the 9-year period, how much can I make to remain in this program?
The 8A program is intended for you to grow your business, but not grow your business exclusively through government contracting. Because if we have that happen, then at the end of the 9-year run, when you're no longer eligible for access to set-asides and sole source contracts as an 8A firm, then we would be crippling your business, right? So the expectation is that over the 9-year program, you would grow your business in such a way that there would be a healthy mix of private contracts as well as federal contracts. Now, business owners can make millions of dollars in the 8A program, and how much is going to be determined in part by what industry you're in and how big your business has grown. But suffice it to say that one person is coming to mind who grew his business in the 8A program, and once he received a $1 billion contract, he took himself out of the 8A program. Wow. So the potential is great in the 8A program. But once he secured that contract, he felt it was necessary to come out of the program, because we do kick people out of the program if they grow too large, but what that specific number is going to be dependent on your industry.
Right. Is it also a mentor program where I can be provided assistance with or through the SBA, or can you connect me to other small businesses that have been successful through this program?
Absolutely. We do have mentor protege as a component part of the 8A program. Again, the 7J training is available. The district offices often provide not only training but hands-on help to 8As. We, the SBA, work collaboratively with our partners in our communities to ensure that our 8A firms have access to contracts within the federal government but also outside the federal government. So that's one of the roles that we play that doesn't often get talked about, is the advocacy role. So absolutely, there's a tremendous amount of assistance that is available that's built into the program, but also that you can get online as well as through the staff in the district offices.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Althea, for all of this great information. Give us your website once again.
The SBA can be found online at www.sba.gov.
Perfect. Thanks so much.